Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Epic 7, and this is where we usually do a review of the patch notes live stream, but it got delayed until 7 a.m. and I took a nap so I was awake for the 2 a.m. usual start time. And I'm kind of screwed. So what we're gonna do is just go over through the update and see what's here, see if there's anything new, and then maybe add another video later if there's something cool in the Twitch stream. But to get into this, I don't know the box password yet. We'll figure that out in 4 hours now. But we should get all the information here of what's coming. We've got the balance adjustments, and one of the things I want to see is if they actually went through with the Yufine nerf, because they've consistently stated they listen to us, and I haven't seen one person, I'm sure there's many people, but I haven't actually seen one person that's actually happy about this change and would rather have it how it is. I don't know if those people are right. I don't know enough about Yufine, but these are people that use Yufine regularly, and it will now brick them for what she does. So we'll see if they actually went through with it. I think they're going to, because I don't believe they actually listen to us on the feedback between when these go out and when they happen. So, I'm assuming everything else is going to be the same. By the way, I should be having Witch Isaria for this. I will have her for 40 coins. I'm pretty stoked about that. If you didn't see me summon an ML5, I did it in my last video. Make sure you check that out. God, I want Astromancer Elena so bad. We've got Says, we'll get to try him out as well. Sorry for just scrolling through these. Yeah, Yufine is here, so so they're keeping everything the same, even though all the feedback said please don't do this. Really upset about this because this is not cool. The amount of love, I say love in quotes, the amount of attention, I should say probably, that Yufine has gotten is frankly kind of ridiculous in terms of how much it is taken away from other units, because we know they have a limited amount of bandwidth in terms of how many things they can buff and change at the same time. That's just how they do things. If they did more than just like a handful each however many months, this would be fine. But because she takes a slot, this is like the third change slot she's taken, and I think the last change slot actually went okay. So everybody I know that likes Yufine was having fun using her, and was using her to actual great effect instead of just memes, especially in stuff like Ancient Inheritance. And now she doesn't have the same effect, so a little bit not salty. I don't know what to say about that, but I'm just not entirely happy with their buff and nerf process. Maybe that's the way to do it. And yeah, all these changes, everything else is the same. I'm assuming we then have ML Ken here. Oh yeah, this is just the change for ML Ken critical hits. And actually, let's go back for a little bit, because not everybody watches every video. Let's go through this really quickly. So first things first, we have Dark Corvus, and what he is getting is 100% chance to provoke, which is fantastic. Most importantly, is immune to stun. If you watched any of the RTA creator battles where they had the tournament, I forget what it was called, there were a lot of teams that Solitaria just completely stunned and locked out of the game. At least when I watched. I didn't watch everything, but I watched a few battles where Solitaria locked everybody out with stuns. Something like this is just a good ace in the hole. You can throw it in right at last pick, and they're forced to stun it. Otherwise, their team just loses. So, I like the change here, and we'll see how much impact it actually has. We then have Witch Isaria, which again, I don't know how she worked previously. I mean, I understand how she worked, but I don't know in practice what she was good against, how she was used, what her problems were exactly, because I didn't have her. And she's not somebody you fight very often. But now we're getting damage proportionate to the caster's attack. We're also getting the most important thing here, which is allies and enemies cannot revive. So both your team and their team can't revive, which I'm super excited for. You see me do Guild War. There's a lot of times where I wish Mercedes would just not come back. I wish I could like punch her in the face a couple times and have her just stay on the ground dead. That would make me happy. So I'm really excited to try this out here. And outside of that, those are her main changes. She's got a couple other things like defense down here. I forget what else was changed. She's got the dispel. She's got defense down. And what was taken? Decrease attack was taken away. We then have Astromancer Elena, and she is more of a slot him in, can't counter anymore. specifically because her passive now Star's Blessing. When she is granted it, which she does at the start of the turn, heroes can't counterattack. So, after an ally, except for the caster, attacks all enemies, it activates Worship Me as well. And it only activates once every 3 turns, and it increases combat readiness. It's really, really cool. And yeah, basically just she's going to have Star's Blessing, right? And you're not going to be able to counterattack. And that's pretty sweet. And I think she's going to be really, really, really useful. I'm assuming for RTA, but I'm especially assuming for stuff like Guild War, being able to make it so teams just can't counterattack when so many just rely on it right now. I think it's going to be fun, and I'm really sad I don't have her. We then have Sez, and Sez was just given more damage and given... he was given the decreased damage. Yeah, he was given the Tempest Siren passive, so now he's going to be tankier. And he's going to do more damage. For those that didn't play at the start, Sez was one of the #1 cleavers in the game. Actually, not #1, one of the #1, actual #1. Everybody used him. And he made teams really easy and really fun. But I don't really know how good he's going to be now. But he does protect himself, which is fantastic. He does do more damage. And he also inflicts Extinction, which, if you didn't notice, Mercedes is red and Sez is blue, also known as Ice and Fire. So pretty good matchup there. Maybe that's another person we can do things. I've gone over this a lot, but basically Yufine now gives defense buff instead of speed and a ton of other stuff. That's like the whole kit was changed. Really, really, we went over that. Let's go past this. Now we have Celine here, and I don't use Celine ever. I fight against her a lot, but now she has unaffected by elemental advantage or disadvantage on her skill 3, which makes baiting a lot harder for her, I'm assuming. Pretty cool here, and damage sharing effects are ignored. She's going to do tons of damage, and I'm pretty excited. And we have Camilla, which I'm also very excited for. I do use Camilla for PvE. Specifically, I use her for Katie's, and one of the problems with her is she increases the attack, but she doesn't immediately get her next turn, because the idea with her get skill modifier, buff attack, and then dual attack, right? But the problem is the boss debuffs with restrict, so the one place you really want to bring her against, she ends up not getting this 50% CR. So now instead of getting the CR, she gets an extra turn altogether, which is just fantastic, right? Really going to help out my team, and it's going to be a lot more fun, and I'm pretty excited for it there. We then have Samsara, which makes it so doing more damage by single attacks, taking less damage by single attacks. We have Celestine, which makes it so any single attack instead of just your skill 1, which is huge for a lot of units. I forget who specifically, but there are quite a lot of healers with a bunch of single target stuff that this is just going to be fantastic for. We then have just a boring soul removal into a boring hit chance and effectiveness. So yeah, and then the other thing here is a successful attack always results in a critical hit, which basically means you're not going to be able to get ice crystalled and stuff like that. Like decreased critical hit chance is what this is essentially for. So as long as you don't actually miss, you're gonna guarantee crit, which is fantastic. I'm really happy with that. We then have New Labyrinth, Malicus's Consciousness, and cool. We have 67 gear and 80 gear. So 80 is not quite high enough for me to want to do this, but this is probably a good little boost for new players. Always fun to do these. You get some extra rewards, you get some gear, you get some of these ancient coins as well. Spoiler, you have to defeat Elysia to do it. And yeah, these are just the rewards. Cool. And this is the gear. Okay, so we have the Torrent set, which is good. This is actually a pretty good necklace here. It is 80, but it is 65% still instead of 70. So this is good. This is actually worth upgrading here. So is this kind of. It kind of has weird stats, I think, but it's still worth upgrading because of the speed sub. Same with this one here. There's a speed sub. These are all actually really good pieces of gear, except for the boots. I guess you would have to get really high substats for the boots to be worth it. You're not really gambling on speed so much as gambling for defense and ER there. Pretty cool. These are actually pretty good pieces of gear, and it'd be nice to get them on 88 pieces. We then have the gold chest reward. So what was that? That was just exploration. Now this is the gold chest. Weapon's pretty sick. Exactly the stats you want. I believe maybe you want effectiveness instead of attack, but in general, the top 3 stats are what you want to roll because you can't roll defense on your weapon. The helm here, again, these are all perfect stats. They really did a good job here. Oh, just kidding. So we have speed attack, no crit damage. So we have effectiveness instead of crit damage, which is good, but you'd rather have crit damage. You'd way rather have crit damage on that piece of gear. I'd rather have flat attack, honestly. And then we have the chest piece, no speed there, so that's a little unfortunate, but it looks like the way they're doing this is they want their barrier people not to have speed, but still, you're going to want speed over effectiveness like 99 out of 100 times. The boots here, I don't know why I skipped the amulet, but we'll get back to that. The boots here, speed, health, attack, effectiveness, ER. Yeah, this is a pretty good piece of gear. I do like this sort of thing, but if you're going to do this sort of thing, give it defense. Defense really is important. Either HP, attack, defense, ER, or HP, attack, effectiveness, defense. One of those two is what I would do. As is, I probably wouldn't even bother upgrading this. It would have to go massively into attack and health to be worth it. And then this necklace here, health, speed, defense, crit chance. Yeah, that's not bad. Obviously, there could be better options here. I would rather have attack over the crit chance. I really like HP and attack gear, but still, not terrible. Not terrible, but I probably still wouldn't touch it too much outside of gambling for speed. So then we have system improvements for Labyrinth. Cool. I'm not going to read that, but basically they're just going to make it better. Moonlight Theater, Sage Balance-Zan. I really want Sage Balance-Zan. He was one of the ones I was secretly hoping for when I summoned an ML5 recently. So then we have this amazing Plague Doctor Ray art. Death Dealer Ray. Death Dealer Ray. That's such a cool art. What a husbando. I'm pretty happy for this, and I really, really hope I am able to summon him. I don't have much, but we're going to go for it. And he will be the next ML5 coming out. 3 more heroes added to the board here. Pavel, Ray, and Elena. Cool. Special side story, A Step Towards Konya, Chapter 4. This is the final side story, I believe, and we get the new character tomorrow, as of also known as today, I believe. This takes 1 billion stamina from what I hear. I honestly haven't started it yet. I like to wait until it's all out and then do it, so I don't like interrupt my story flow if I'm going to watch it or interrupt my farming flow. Yes. Okay, so they all go until the 5th. They all go into the 5th. I was really worried there that some of these were ending before the 5th. So get it done before the 5th. You have a ton of time, and I'm going to start on the 23rd, I'm guessing, when this is done here. What else do we have here? Unity points collected from the side story. Yeah, so we can get some cool stuff. Oh, that looks so cool. I love it. I'm really happy for these. This has been my maybe not story-wise or specific character-wise my favorite collab, because I really like Rem, I really like Rimuru, I really like Shuna, I really like Milim. I like all the collabs we've had so far, but I think these 4 characters are so fun to use. I'm having a blast with them, and they're all different, and they don't seem ridiculously overpowered. Like, they don't seem like Rem was, or still is, perhaps. They don't seem like Rimuru was, or still is, perhaps. They don't feel like Dizzy was. Dizzy was obnoxious back then. But they're just amazing. I love using them. You've got, like, the Stunner in Winter with extra damage, but honestly, I bring her for the stun more than the damage. The damage is just, like, happenstance. We have Ning Ning, who is my favorite so far to use. So fun. Giselle, just like a Luna replacement, essentially. Maybe more than that, but I haven't experimented. And Karina, the one I'm very excited to try to use, and I'm going to summon as many as I can get. That may only mean 1, but I may get more than 1. So yeah, really, really excited. Nice outfit, Navis there. And then Karina's coming out, and let's actually watch the Karina preview here.
I got you!
She looks so cool. I'm so excited for this.
Hi, I'm Karina. My rocket punch will blow you away.
I'm gonna call her Icaramba until the end of time. Okay, so let's go over her really quickly. God, I love her design. It's so cool. I don't usually like fisty people, but I like her fisting. Wait, no. Continue, Mango. Okay, so first skill here is Expose. Defense down on a skill 1 as well, and also this is hard to read for me for some reason. Soul Burn increases it to 100% for 2 turns as well, and it's only 10 souls. This one is her passive here. When the health of an ally except for the caster is 50% or less after being attacked, increases the caster combat readiness by 35%. It goes up to 50% and activates Leave It to Me once every 3 turns, of course. And Leave It to Me increases defense by 2 turns, grants a barrier to all allies for 2 turns, and barrier strength increases proportionate to the caster's defense. I really like this. A way to protect people while also boosting yourself to be able to punch him in the face with I'll blow you away. So blow you away, attacks an enemy, decreasing defense for 2 turns, increasing speed of the caster for 2 turns, and a successful attack deal additional damage proportionate to the caster's defense. I'm really super amazingly stoked to try this character out. I cannot wait. And then Rocket Punch Gauntlet has additional damage proportionate to her defense. So she's going to be another, just like so much extra damage from her attacks, right? So much. Oh, there's packs too. Again, if you're going to buy packs, use Amazon coins in the link description down there below. Save 20% off. Anything else new here? I'm seeing if there's anything new, because we've known basically all of this so far. I don't know what they're showing there. Music player, others. Yeah, so we need a recall button for Yufine. This is BS. Revert that Yufine nerf or give recall. Revert that Yufine. Stop coping. It's a buff. Watch Chetta's ad on Twitch. LOL. No way. Oh boy, I can't wait to share a replay to my guildies where my Zahak with Symbol of Unity couldn't land a crit on Senya. Me and us keep dual attacking with a Lionheart on the right side, and enemy 2 keeps proccing. Whoosh. Recall button for Yufine. Replay? Replay? Oh, World Arena replays here. I was thinking we would actually get Guild War replays. I love Guild War replays. All I want in life is to be able to see Guild War battles. That's all I want. All I want in life. That's my number one. That's my Epic 7 wish of the year, is see Guild War battle replays so I can have videos where I laugh at my guildmates on stream. You know, and when I don't show a Guild War off, I can go back and show them to you and show you how badly I stomped them. That's exactly what happens when you don't see my Guild Wars. It's not because I went 0-6. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always, and have a wonderful day. Bye.